Finally, weekend. Come on. Every time I start a stream, it takes a few moments until I can share my screen. I don't know why, but always have to wait. At least if I want to share my whole screen. So I can share a window. One moment. Happy weekend, Adura, for you as well. Yes, another week is over. Time's passing really fast. And somehow it won't let me. Oh, okay. I know now. Now I know why. It was my mistake, actually. Now you should have voice and my screen, right? Hey Malik, salam alaikum, brother. How are you? How's the newborn? Good, inshallah. How is the little girlie? Alhamdulillah. Nice to hear. Welcome, everyone else. Welcome, Michael, Sniper Mob, Salatalik. Not much active recently, right, guys? In the streams, we don't have many members joining the streams. Even though it's open for, at the moment, it is still open for the free members as well. At the moment. So it will not stay like this. But although 1K people on the server, we have 8 people here right now. Market is so bad, people don't even want to spend time, I think, looking at charts anymore, right? They don't want to make bread. Or they don't want to lose anymore, brother. No, you have to think like that. Most people, yeah, basically everyone on this downtrend, on this major correction, lost more or less. Anybody who's holding some coins here and there has lost money. Hello, Mohammed from Pakistan. Nice to meet you, brother. Muhammad Ali is good, brother. Alhamdulillah, he's nice. He's really uh, quiet, quiet baby. He's not crying much. Alhamdulillah. Only when he's hungry, you know. Other than that, he's cute. It's fine. I'm spending a lot of time with him. Couldn't do that with my firstborn, but with this baby, for the first time, I can spend a lot of time and I see how a baby really is. It's, subhanAllah, it's really cute. A cute creation by God. Crazy. Okay, let's not talk too much, guys. Let's check the charts because we are here after this major correction, potentially forming a bottom. Although it sounds funny, right? When somebody says we bottom here. Sounds funny because probably not, but potentially, as I said, guys, it's possible that we bottom here, at least rally a bit up to 80K until more sideways. So that is definitely possible in my opinion. Yeah. And that's what I meant when I said we shape recovery is possible. I meant with that, guys, that we possibly get a relief rally up to here. That's also in confluence here with this level, right? And yeah, that price can obviously still continue sideways. I do not expect it to rally to new highs from here, although it could. Nothing is impossible, but up to 80K and then more sideways makes sense for me. Okay, that's realistic. All right. But now, guys, last time I think before this correction, when I shared my Bitcoin, the last chart that I shared was, I think it was here. I mentioned that here is resistance because here is the level where people tried to buy the bottom, and I said here 71,500 is the resistance level, right? If you remember, I had shared this resistance when the price came up to there, here. And I sadly missed this nice three tap. Price made a really nice three tap here. You see this, Sasha? You know what a three tap is, right? A high, then a higher high, and then a retest. Textbook three tap, and then rejected exactly there at 71,500. What you can do is potentially on such um, opportunities is, guys, you can go really small with a really tight stop, because if you risk only like 0.2 R, you can make a good profit on little scalps like this with tight stops. So if you are intraday trading, guys, as you know, when I was more active, I shared some trades like this with really tight stops, and you don't have to go big on these trades because the reward is high anyway. Yeah. But then the price came up anyway, swept those highs, and then went down to 65K. Yeah. On the last stream, I said, if you remember, guys, when you asked me about the long, I said it makes sense for me that it sweeps this low. And it did that, and after that, it even swept that low, which is why yesterday, when price was here, I was pretty confident when I shared the hype trade, guys. Yeah, yesterday, here at 65K, that's where I shared the hype trade, the hype long, because obviously I was bullish on Bitcoin. But today I did regret that I didn't share Bitcoin instead, because here it was really, I was looking here, guys. I was lucky to catch that exact moment when price was here at 65K. Here, I was checking this consolidation and I was bullish. That's exactly where I shared the hype long trade. Exactly here, guys. And if I had shared the Bitcoin long, it would have a much better risk to reward, because I would have shared it like this, with the stop below here, and then it would have already been a 4R trade or so. Yeah, stop below 65. Anyways, I chose to share hype instead, and yeah, hype did not perform bad, as you know, but it's nothing compared to that 4R trade that I could have shared on Bitcoin. Today, guys, when I said raise the stop for hype, if you remember, today I said that to basically entry, break even, price was here. So price was here, and I said raise stop to break even. So actually, could have shared this as a new trade, actually. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then would have been already a few R trade. Never mind, but yeah. Another coin that I shared was MNT. And it's funny, guys. The reason for this trade is funny. Why I shared it. It's not like I was watching the chart or so. I will tell you why I shared it. It's interesting. You know, recently on my phone, I have from Bybit app, I have notifications. It shows me like MACD cross on this and that coin, or it says like one moment. I open it up, like I got the notifications on my phone. I didn't have those notifications before, but somehow I think I turned them on. Here now it shows me market alert. Sol has increased to 84 within 24 hours, and so on. You know, it shows me alerts like that. And last night, guys, it told me volume increase on MNT. The volume made a 450% gain in 1 hour. And guys, that's crazy. 5x volume in 1 hour. That means somebody is buying. Some big guy is buying. 5x the volume, guys. So I immediately opened the chart, and price was basically MNT. MNT, yeah. Price was here at 61. Yeah, last night. Exactly. Last night is where I actually bought. Then it came down to here, guys, this morning. And I did consider to share it this morning here with this entry because also it's like a three tap, right? Three lows at a similar price. But guys, I was not confident. Somehow I was not confident only because of the volume alert, you know. But then it made this move up and I had more confidence because, yeah, it had bounced and was looking good. And plus the volume from last night that I had seen gave me the confidence to share the trade. And that's what I used to do in the past, like some years ago. If you remember, I told you that we were trading volume with volume scanners and with a high success rate. And I actually have my dev who is building those bots, those volume scanner bots. He's also on this server. It's my intention that we make solid tools and scanners for this server, but somehow we still couldn't do it. He told me that he needs a server. He needs to set up a server because his computer is not, strong enough or so. So I have to set up a server for him for the bots. Guys, I will do that so that we have those our own volume scanners. I promise I will do that. Then we can work with more efficiency, check EMA retests, volume, and so on, because those things are useful. That's the only reason how I could see this coin here, although I'm not even checking charts at the moment, guys. Not actively, except Bitcoin, and a few coins like Hype, but other than that, I'm not scanning all the charts. But because I saw the notification on my phone about this coin here, volume increase 5x, I thought, okay, wow, some big motherfucker is buying here. He 5x the volume in 1 hour. So he bought here, basically at the bottom. And that's what happened later here, this move. And the funny thing is, guys, I could have shared it like this. Really, I was considering this morning to share it like this. So this way, it would have already been a 10 hour trade or so. Yeah, almost. If I had shared it like this, would stop below that wick there, maybe. Anyways, everything will be better soon. In Hund as well, in Hund. Will the volume scanners be available in Hund? What exactly do you mean with Hund, Michael or Michael? Do you mean the Hund Telegram channel where we used to share trades with Exo? I think the volume I mean the project. I mean in the project. Oh, you mean the volume scanners for the project. I didn't think about that. But you know what, Michael? We are currently working on reviving Hund. I can tell you that. Maybe you have seen today we updated the website, which was down for some days because of not because we didn't buy it, but because there was some issues on the platform. But we fixed that, and the team and I we started to talk, and we have some ideas to revive Hund right now. And as you have seen, the price also bounced nicely. So about Hund, I didn't think about using those volume scanners, those trading tools for Hund, but we might actually, yeah, we could actually do that. I cannot promise it right now. I have to think about it. But as you know, we did some tools for Hund, but they were not trading related, I think, right? So this would be the first trading related um, utility then for the Hund project. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, the market was really not forgiving and was really difficult for meme coins, brother. Really. And was difficult for me. I spent a lot of money on it only to keep it alive and still do, brother. Still do, really. Um, yeah, but we are talking right now on things that we change hopefully in the next days. And there is some stuff coming, Michael, inshallah. But let's get back to the topic now. And guys, we are currently at resistance, the EMA 200 on the H1 time frame on most altcoins, right? Just like on Bitcoin. Here, Solana, for example, the EMA 200. Interesting, right? As you know, this is a good level to short, like here, for example. So what I did immediately is when I saw Bitcoin and so on, most coins came up to EMA 200 is I checked Solana because Solana works so good to short on the EMA 200. Really, it works very well in the past. You know, you can check the chart and see what I mean. And I checked Solana. It's also here at the EMA 200. Guys, I'm not sure. Maybe it's too early now to short because I also don't want to use the too tight stop and then get wigged out. Currently, I'm waiting. If you get one more sweep of the highs here, you know, maybe even a fake reclaim. You know what I'm saying? It might even fake look like it's reclaiming the EMA 200 because people think that it's a reclaim as if this is a, you know, supply and demand level or so. But it's not like that. This is just an indicator, guys. Anyways, it could do a fake reclaim and then still come down. So I would be looking to short, like, you know, from here somewhere. And that would be also in confluence with these highs here. You see this? These equal highs. So price might actually come up to there even, guys, and then come down. Yeah, that's why I'm not rushing with shorts, but we are at resistance, only to tell you that. And we might, after doing some fake reclaims here, we might, yeah, come down here. So this is the only reason why I'm not shorting. I was considering to share a short, guys, but I think it might be too early. Either it is too early or too late because it can also, you know, go down from here. Maybe this was already here. You have three highs. One, two, three. Maybe it just goes down from here. But I don't think. I am rather leaning for a bit higher. Like, as I said, a fake reclaim of the EMA 200, guys. You know, a move up to here to these highs. And then one more retrace. but not to new lows. But yeah, like simply a retest here. This is what I'm looking at. So fake reclaim, the EMA up to these highs here, 71, mid 71, guys. And from here then come down. Yeah, maybe not this low. 67 would also 67. Yeah, let's put up Fibonacci here. That would be the 0.75 level as well. Are you guys watching? So this is, don't see it test first from here, then next leg. Don't see it test first from here. What do you mean, Sasha? You mean from here test? Ah, okay. You mean if it, yeah, not retest here, right? That's what you mean. And then go up. I didn't think about that. Let me. Well, we cannot rule that out. It is possible, Sasha. It's possible, yeah. But um, one moment. Would be a smaller. I think that would be a smaller dip, not down to the 0.75, but maybe a small wick, brother, to 67.5 or so. Small wick, and then grind up, as I said, to 71. It doesn't have to go all the way up to 71,500 here. So maybe it only goes to like 71 or near 71. That would already be good enough for me because then also in a smaller time frame we would probably see something like this, like two or three small wicks at same price, you know, like here. Then we could short with a stop above this high here, guys. Leave a bit more room. And yeah, we would have a 3R trade like this. And if the price quickly goes higher, like up to 72 or so, we can get a better entry. Like we should not rush. If we see price pushes and we see that 72, guys, we can still try to short, but obviously managing risk, because what we also cannot rule out, although I think it's very likely that we get rejected here. We cannot rule out, guys, that it continues bullish, because this is an extreme situation what we have here. This is not a normal dip or a normal move, guys. This is a potentially a major bottom. And in extreme situations, sometimes extreme things happen, like that it basically pushes through that EMA. That can happen. So that's why I would not risk too much on this short attempt here. But manage risk, try, reasonable size. When you get the 71 entry, use a reasonable stop, not too tight. And then you might get a move down to, as I said, 67 or 66,500, which would be here. 66.6, actually, yeah. 6666. Yep, exactly. Can you see these drawings here? They are a bit, maybe too, not dark enough. Yeah. I mean 67,500, then next leg. Yes, yes, exactly. That's what I said, right? So we might get a small wick down to there. We might, but we also just might do this, what I have drawn. without doing that week, brother. If you want, you can put some limit orders there. Yeah, like this if you want. At 67,500, and then with a stop below 66,500 actually. Yeah, like this. I just see, brother, that would be a nice trade then. Yeah, almost 4 hour trade. 3.5 hour trade at least. Yeah. You see this? If you get that wick, then yeah, like this. And then, brother, you can short, as I said, 71 with a stop above there, 72,500. But ideally, brother, ideally a bit more, like 73. One moment. As I said, not rush here, but look for the minute time frame. If you see 3 or 4 highs at similar price, then you have more confidence. You might get a higher entry, like at 72 maybe. Okay, I will try to share that. Uh, I'm active. Let let me check at what time that is. So that would be tomorrow morning actually, at 10 a.m. So yeah, it should be like if it goes up here, it should be tomorrow. Good time. So yeah, tomorrow morning I'll be up and try to share that short then. Okay, brother, I can already tell you how Sui looks. It looks exactly the same. Yeah, look here. It looks exactly the same because all majors look like that right now. Look, this is Bitcoin, right? And you asked for Sui. It exactly looks the same, brother. At the EMA 200, also could get rejected down to here, just like Solana, and all the majors look like that. All the majors look like that. So basically a bit higher, and then another move down, and then hopefully from there, hopefully up again. And somebody also asked Pengu, and it's exactly the same, guys. Look, Pengu already went a bit higher, above the EMA 200. So this is what I expect from the other coins that I mentioned. So basically, Pengu already came up to these highs here, guys. So maybe Pengu is already ready for shorting. I'm usually sharing longs, right? Most of the times, you have rarely seen me talking about shorts. But actually, guys, I used to short a lot. Until like 3 years ago, I was sharing both sides, longs and shorts. I was trading like this, until 223, end of 223, the bull market started and I stopped shorting, which was good because Bitcoin rallied to high. Then somewhere I should have started shorting again, like maybe in 225. That would have been good, but I refused to do that. I stayed with the long buys until now. Uh, I will start shorting more soon anyway after this. Um, yeah. Honestly, guys, yeah. What did I say when I told you my macro bias? I said, guys, if Bitcoin goes up from here, I expect new highs. Here, if we had continued bullish from there, I said it could make new highs, but if we go down, what did I say? I said then it's probably over. We probably see some. Uh, it can go higher, of course. It will go higher, but not immediately like I expected from here. So here it would have meant that the bull market is not over, makes new highs immediately. But now that we came down, I think it's probably over. So even if we get like new highs, it could take time, guys. Like 2 or 3 years. I don't know. I didn't think about it too much, but even if I make it like this, it looks like 2020, 27, 28. It will take time, which is not necessarily that bad because altcoins can still do some nice, yeah, nice things in this sideways period. Sideways is not that bad, guys. In sideways periods, you can trade Bitcoin very well, actually, because, yeah, range trading, basically. You can do range trading, which is what I like to do, actually. Range trading, like long the lows, short the highs. Very simple. So Bitcoin makes a rally, comes up to this high, right? This is range trading, guys. You know, long the low, short the high, long the low, and so on. This is pretty fun actually. So in sideways periods, this is what you do. This is what I did here completely during this phase. Is what I did on Twitter, where I shared insane, massive, like crazy trades, guys. Crazy trades with high success rate because I simply did this range trading and it was very successful. Okay, Sui looks good. Okay, Salatalık, you had asked about Sui. As I said, Sui looks like any other altcoin right now on the H1 EMA 200. Potentially we get a small pullback here, brother, and hopefully then continue higher to the H4 EMA 200 here, you know, inshallah, like that. And then the daily EMA 200. Yeah. So it goes step by step. First the H1, then the H4, and this is now the daily time frame. The EMA 200, it has to be flipped on all time frames. First on the H1, then on the H4. So this is the boss, like the end boss in a game. Once we flip it on the H1, and with flip, I mean, guys, as I said, this is not like a supply and demand level. It can do a fake reclaim and still go down. You should not um, judge this like a real supply and demand level, resistance level. It's not. Okay. Uh, and after that, guys, when it goes higher, so if we know that it flipped this resistance here, this resistance, when price flips that, we know that the H4 will be the next, which is then here, this resistance. By that time, obviously, this will have come down a bit more, right? Yeah. This is what I mean. Step by step, from time frame to a higher time frame, the H4 has to be beaten. Until then, on the daily time frame, price goes above it, then we can talk about real reversal on the daily time frame. But we are far from that right now. Far away from that on most of the coins, on the majors and so on. It will really take some time, guys. Of course, we will have some new coins where that looks different, newly listed coins and so on. But the majors, let me quickly check the privacy coins because they are also a bit different. They had massive runs like here, XMR or which was it? ZAC. This is why these look a bit different with the EMA. They are not that bad. But still, like here, this is a resistance level here, right? Resistance, then it became support, and now it's resistance again, and then confluence with the daily EMA 200. So, yeah, price probably also gets rejected there until it reclaims it. Once it does that, guys, once the price goes above this EMA 200, then also we can say it made a reversal. Yeah. I think you get what I mean, right? It's not that difficult. You have already learned about these things and how we use them, the EMAs, Fibonacci levels, the reversals, the trend reversals that we use, what we use the EMAs and moving averages for. My biggest trade story. Brother, my biggest trade story that I remember, those are my first trades actually in 2017 and 2018 because it was new for me. My successful trades, those are the ones that I still remember like big successes. But other than that, when I in 2017 when I bought Bitcoin at 1K, brother, you know, uh, when the whole market rallied to 20K, altcoins also went nuts. That was great. That was a crazy time that I will never forget. Let me go smoke. But if I have to think about my biggest trading success, bro, it was buying spot Bitcoin somewhere at 30K in 2021, brother. Yeah, I did realize in 2021, I think, or 2020, when Bitcoin made that rally to 69K, right? I bought spot Bitcoin around 30K. I think I had shared also. Let me show you that real quick. That trade. Crypto retro. They fucked X, guys. X became so annoying. You see, this is now black. The black theme. And you also cannot find your old stuff that you shared. It doesn't show them in retrospect. It should have actually find me for one moment. Easy. Doesn't find me that shit. Anyway, bro, I bought spot Bitcoin at 30K and I held it up to 50K or so. And it was a big position. So almost doubled that money. And that was Also a big success for me. After that, I traded with that money and we had the bull run and also made some nice profit in 2021 in the bull run. But other than that, brother, many trades, single trades that were good. My biggest trade story. Actually, brother, some investments that I made also went crazy. I invested in a project that was called Steppen. It was with shoes, like you had to walk. Does anyone know the project Steppen? I invested in that one. Steppen. Yeah, I invested like 5K or 10K in that before it got launched. And brother, I think I made an instant 100x or so on on 5K or so. I don't remember, but it was 100x or so. Like 500K with a 5K investment. The thing is, I could not take the profit immediately, it was like monthly locked. So that's how it is when you invest. But the price stayed very stable, so I realized a lot of profits on that one, like probably, yeah, middle six-digit profit on Steppen. And that was my best investment, brother. Steppen. That's why I shielded that project a lot. I really liked it. I believed in the project. I was using it myself and my relatives. I even gave it to my mother. And they were walking outside making money with that app. It was fun and I really liked the project. And it made me really nice money, brother. Steppen, I remember that. So probably that. Yeah, that's probably my best. Uh, yeah. A single investment where I made 100x was Steppen, definitely. There were others as well where I made 100x, but they were small, brother. Smaller investments, like 1K or so. On Steppen, I think 7K. I had a 7K allocation and 100K on that one. Yeah, you can imagine. It even went higher than 100x. It was crazy, bro. It was almost nearly 1 million profit with 7K. But as I said, I couldn't, immediately take it. I had it monthly, I got unlocked coins, and I could take profit each month. But it was still a nice profit at the end. Will this type of time will come again? Bro, I don't know the future, brother. Maybe not in this form, but in some other form, bro. It was ICOs in 2017. They called it ICOs. That was the thing back then. You you tried to get those white lists for ICOs to invest in projects. Bro, I remember I was selling white lists in 2017 when I was new. People were looking for white lists for projects so they can invest in them. You needed a whitelist. And I had from all my relatives, I had KYC, like from my wife, from my cousin. I used their KYCs and I made a lot of whitelists. And then what I did is I sold them for really good money. I remember selling like whitelists for 5K. And in 2018 was probably the year where I for the first time made life-changing money, brother. I made 50K in 2018 with basically 1K. Yeah, and with 1K, I made 50K in 2018. And I got hacked shortly after that. I got hacked and lost basically most of that because of a hacker. Yeah, I was using Windows and a normal PC, bro. Can you imagine that? Totally noob, like a Windows PC and not even real security, only like normal virus scanner. Bro, I had no idea. And then someone on Telegram, I clicked on one file and I had some kind of Hacker was in my system. He could do everything on my PC. Yeah, yeah. Downloaded some shit, bro. Clicked once on Telegram, accidentally clicked on it. He downloaded it automatically, and then he was in my system. I couldn't even do fast enough to, secure my funds. On that day, I also had visitors, bro, at home. My my wife's brother was here visiting me. He's from another city far away, so it was a important visit at home. I had to take care of them, and on that day, can you imagine how I was sweating? So they were here, visitors, and then a hacker is stealing my coins. I'm gonna claim. Yeah, but it happened. Yeah, I lost most of that 50K, and I had to start again, and I did that. Yeah, typical crypto story, bro. Everyone has been through things like that. Lose it all and then start from the scratch. Most of my friends had the same stories. In 2018, after the bull run, everything went down. Most people lost everything, started again, then made it back again, and so on. Oh, really, this amazes me. We are six people here in the stream. Crazy. Like 1K people. We have like 1K people on the server, right? They all could actually they could join the stream, but bro, that bitch. Oh, bro, don't remember. Don't remind me of that open sea shit, bro. I lost 100K on that open sea. Yeah, that's correct. Open sea email, and I remember OpenSea was the only platform I was allowing emails, and I thought it's really one of them. I don't know why, bro. I clicked on it. I usually warn people. I tell them don't click on, and somehow in a moment of weakness, bro, although I am warning people to not do that, I did it. In a moment of weakness, like 1 second, I clicked on that shit and gave them access to my NFTs. And I had one NFT, it was worth 100K, immediately sold. Bam, it was gone. I thought, no, what the fuck? Yes, bro, like a second of distraction and 100K, even more, I think. I also had coins on that one, a newly launched coin worth like 50K I had on it. And yeah, lost 100K or so on that one. And that bitch, yes, I remember that bitch. She made, yeah, she made a really bad move. She was chatting with my followers. She was commenting about trades, just like you guys. I was messaging and texting with her because she was commenting my tweets all the time, my trades. And then she started DMing me about trades. And many people DM me about trades, guys. And when I'm active, I reply. Why not? She was asking this and that trade. She was sending me charts as well. And I thought, okay, she's a real person. And she told me about herself that she's living in Dubai and so on. And somehow I didn't, I'm usually very careful. For me, everyone is a scammer first. Everyone's a scammer at the beginning. I do not trust anyone. But she didn't want anything from me. Like she didn't ask for money or anything. So I don't know. She had no reason, like, to scam me. So I didn't think bad about her. She was trading basically. Then what she did is she made herself an account and got some followers because she was always, as I said, texting with my followers. And so then my followers started to trust her because I also to her like I reply to anyone else. Ah, just reminded you of some dark time. Yeah, bro, that bitch was crazy. She scammed my followers for like 200K or so, right? Crypto pumps, it was crazy. They sent her money, bro. She made herself an X account, a trading account. She was sharing trades. Then she told people to send her money so she can trade for them. I missed all of that. She did that in one day. Within one day, she did that. And people sent her money, bro. I would never tell people to send anyone money. Some of my followers did that. They trusted her because they thought she's my friend. But she's not my friend. Only because I replied to her doesn't mean she's my friend. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I did FF her, bro. That was the problem. I did FF her account because she was sharing trades, just like mention some other traders' accounts when I say, look here, she's sharing trades or he's sharing nice trades. You know, Malik? We do that sometimes. Yeah, but it doesn't mean I know the person. Actually, I should be very careful doing that. Yeah, and I am careful. I only share accounts that I know right now. But at that time, I didn't think she's a scammer, bro. You know what I'm saying? I said, here, this person started sharing trades. You can follow her if you want. Shared her account. Then what she did is she immediately got a few thousand followers after my, but she already had 5K followers before I made that FF. Then after my FF, she had like 2 or 3 thousand more followers. Yeah, bro, it was like that. And then within some days, she made that scam move and scammed. Some people sent her like 10K, some even more, like 30K. And then she was gone. I warned people, but it was too late. Yeah, oh, crazy, bro. Fucking bitch. I don't even know if she's a girl, but I think she was really a girl, but a scammer girl. Later on, we tried to find her, and someone find her that she was from Amsterdam, a real girl from Amsterdam, not living in Dubai. I was trying to help the people who got scammed then, but yeah, I couldn't find her actually. Bro, when you are scammed, usually you have no chance. What's gone is just gone, you know? Bro, pumps. You reminded me of all the dark, dark times, like Malik said. But that's it actually. One hacker, I got hacked one time, see, and yeah, basically that bitch who scammed my followers. And also, I got hacked on X one time for like half a day. Someone had access to my account and shared a pre-sale. Shared a pre-sale. People sent money to that pre-sale, and I was able to get my account back real quick. And yeah, then although it was not my fault, guys, what I did is I sent those people the money. Like I didn't have to do it, but I felt sorry for the victims because they thought it's me, and I am responsible for my account, right? So although I had 2FA, the hacker somehow got access with a third party app like a calendar app, Calendly or so, gave them access to my Twitter. And it was like 10K or 20K, I think. 20K, I paid that in Solana to the victims. 20K in sum. My dev helped me to send all the transactions in one go, Do that. He could set up a multi transaction tool. And then what we did is we sent all the victims their Solana, which they had sent to that pre-sale, back in one transaction. It did automatically send all the victims their money. I didn't have to do that, but I did that, and the victims were happy. They got their money back, and I lost 20K. Yeah. That's it. That's all my shit stories, bro. All right, all right. Regarding Bitcoin, said everything. I think it was clear, guys. Think we get another dip after a scam reclaim of the EMA 200. I will be looking for that around 71, 72. It will be tomorrow morning, as I said, Saturday morning. Then we can short it down to 67, maybe a bit lower to 66.5. And from there, then, guys, would be looking to long again. Hopefully it holds. If not, then the next option is obviously a retest of the bottom. And I hope it won't. And if we hold here, as I said 80k, like 79 or 80k is the next logical resistance. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's the plan for now. Right. Let's see tomorrow morning, guys. When we get this dip, also we'll look at some altcoins. Yeah, this is the state currently at the market. So we are at resistance, guys. The move already happened. The major move happened already. And the next move is some consolidation here, as I said. And then tomorrow we will see if we get rejected or actually keep pumping. That can happen as well. We can also keep pumping, guys. As I said, this is an extreme situation. What we could maybe do is to open hedge position, a short and a long. Yeah. What do you think? We could do something like that. Next TP on MNT, Muro. Brother, MNT can actually go much higher, but uh, 69 was my was my actual target. But, bro, it's also just like the other coins here at the EMA 200. And if Bitcoin gets rejected tomorrow morning, this could also dip one more time. So tomorrow morning, bro, uh, the risk here is to hold it for round trip, brother. That's the risk. I do think this will go higher. It can even go higher than 69. It can go much higher, bro. You know, it's one of the newly listed coins. Look how much potential there is. It can go a lot higher, bro. It could make a crazy pump even, but the problem is right now with the situation here. You know what you can do, Malik? You can just risk it and hold it, bro. Tomorrow, if the market keeps pumping, you can take profit at 69. If not, then you would round trip, but it's not a big drama, right? On this before BTC retest. I know, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah. But it's currently at resistance at the EMA 200. It would have to do that quick until tomorrow morning. So Bitcoin probably takes some time until tomorrow morning. Maybe if this one can pump until then, that would be nice. Yeah. Okay, fam. See you later. Wish you a good evening. Love you all. Thank you for being here, supporting us. Good night. See you tomorrow morning. You too. Thank you, brother. Yes, Malik? Fuck that whore. Fuck that bitch, bro. I hope that money made her more problems than benefit. Bitch. Bro, karma, I say karma, but we Muslims, we believe in something else. We believe that if you do bad, God will give you bad in return, you know. You know what I mean? Some call it karma. And yeah, brother, she will pay the price sooner or later for that. What she did, she will pay for it. So we don't do things like that. And yeah, fuck that bitch, bro. All right, fam, good night. Love you all. Take care. Bye bye.